okay, so like I was saying, was that that wouldn't be the truth. The truth is not that they're trying to scheme, because maybe they're doing something really good and they don't even know it, you know, and maybe they're not really, they don't have that in their heart, you know, even if it comes off maybe like that, you know, and so that's not the entire truth, and so I can't really say that. So if I were to be truthful, I would have to say that the truth is I'm not comfortable with it. That's all. There's nothing else other than that. And so, because it could be my total misunderstanding of them, totally misunderstood them, you know, so I have to allow that to come in. That part of the reality has to be there, because that's part of that truth. And then, so I was telling my mom that I was talking to my mom, and I said, I know, I felt like the whole time I was there, she was showing me the part of life that I did not embrace, the part where she sold her soul out for trinkets and love. You know, she wanted someone else to give her that love that she didn't have for herself. And the trinkets were the car and the house and all these little presents here and there. And then I thought, okay, to myself, if all of what's around us are showing an aspect of ourself, what is it showing me? Like, what is what I'm seeing showing me about myself? And I thought, where are areas that I am selling myself out? And then my mom's words came to me, because she was talking to me like 3 days ago, I think. And she said, you know, I see that you really don't have enough viewers on your YouTube. And look at other people, you know, they put theirs up and right away they got thousands of people. And you're like, I see you have 3 people on yours watching one of your YouTube. And she said, you know, I think you should, maybe you should wear something more nice. You should wear something, because people like to look at, you know, beautiful clothes, beautiful people. Why don't you start putting on some better clothes and start looking better? And because you know, when I did my first YouTube, I had the same black jacket on the whole time. And she said, you know, that's too dark, and you gotta lighten things up, you gotta do this and that. And I told my mom, I said, you know, and I also need to juggle 3 balls and wear a bear costume and ride a bicycle while blowing smoke out of my mouth, you know. Let me do those things as well, and then maybe somebody will start looking, you know, and people will start watching. But I was just kidding with her, you know, but the thing is, I'm not doing this for viewers, you know. I'm not doing this for me to get a gazillion viewers. I'm doing this because this is my truth. I'm doing this because this would help other people, you know, and I want to share some of my, of these wonderful things that I get from life with other people. That's all. You know, and if they're watching it because they appreciate it, then wonderful. I really love them for that. I appreciate their appreciation, you know, and if you know, but and I got really amazing comments and wonderful viewers, and I was just so elated and so amazed by what beauty these people, you know, are that are watching my videos. But sometimes it's hard not to get sidetracked, you know, to feel like I want to do something so that people will like what they're seeing, or people will give me good comments about what they're seeing, and I don't want to, you know, or to rub people the wrong way with what I'm saying, because I actually did a video on molestation, and because I saw a little girl share her story, and I felt inspired to do something to talk about that. And and she was asking for help, you know, and I want to share something that I find that would be helpful, you know. But like the way I did it or the way that I said it made me doubt myself. Like it made me feel like maybe this is pushing the envelope, or am I being too insensitive, or am I not, you know. But that was the truth. Like that was the truth within me. Like I had seriously felt what I was saying. But I was trying to make light of things just so that, because it's such a deep and very heavy topic, you know. And people are it's like triggering them, you know, there's sensitive spots, you know, and I have to be understanding of that. But also at the same time, I gotta be able to tell the truth the way I see it, you know. So when my mom said, you know, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, she said, you gotta make your lighting better, you gotta put on a pot of flour here and some relaxing music so people when they go to bed, because somebody, a friend of hers, walked in on her while she was watching my video, and he ended up sitting through the whole video, and he said that the way that I talk was so relaxing that it just made him feel so relaxed and so good, like after he watched it, because he came in stressed from work and this and that. And the way that I spoke about, you know, things, and it made him see a different way of life. And he said that, you know, he felt so good after watching it. And my mom said, well, you know, he said he's so relaxed. Let's get that. Let's work with that. Let's have music and have dim lighting. And then when people go to bed, they'll watch you and then they can feel relaxed. And I said, you know, it's all fine and dandy. I started working with that concept, but I don't really think that's where I want to take. I don't want people falling asleep to my videos, you know. That's not really, I don't think that's where I want to take it, you know. But it's okay if they do, you know. I'm just saying that's not what what I'm feeling. But she'll try to grab these things, that grab parts of the truth and make it the whole. But I would rather find the whole of the truth and still encompass all the parts, you know. And so I started to question, like, where, so if my wonderful girlfriend was showing me that she was selling herself out, like, where am I selling myself out? And that's where I'm making those videos, and I feel like maybe people won't take it the right way, and they will be offended by what I had to say. But part of the exciting part of the truth is the fact that you can share that truth. And maybe people will be offended, but that's okay, because when you can live your life so fully that you don't need approval from other people, when you don't need other people to say good job or not good job, because you are so in your realistic truth, no matter where that is and what part of part of growth you're living, like what part of level in which your understanding is, it doesn't matter, because the truth will take up all of that doubt. You know, if we can be so truthful with ourselves that any doubt that is in our head will be reflected from the outer world. If you're doubting yourself, the world will start to reflect that doubt to you. Because I had my doubts about the last two videos that I made. And one was talking about black-eyed children, and it deals with being scared, because it's talking about these people who didn't look like people. Well, they didn't have the same eyes as regular people. And my experience with that. And I think that it would trigger fear in some people, because all the stuff out there are very fearful, that when they talk about this subject, you know, it's based on fear. And so I wanted to see, like, which angle do I want to take this subject, and how do I want to approach it, and what's my message here? And am I just here to blah about it, or do I actually have a message? And so I had to work with that, and then I finally came up with the way, I finally did one, but I doubted, that my own video. I don't know if is the way that I really want to approach it. And when I doubted, I asked my friend, and he agreed. He said, I don't know, I think I'm not feeling those two videos. But it first came from me. Like, I first had the doubt, and then the world shows me that doubt in return. So when there's a part, if there's a place where you can be, where there's so much truth and so much that it takes up the entirety of your space, entirety of you, that truth is permeated through your whole body, then there's no room for anything else. There's no room for doubting. There's no room for asking for approval from other people, I mean, the fact that other people accept you is wonderful. And those are just like the cherries on top. But they're not the core of why you're doing this, They're not the core of why we come up and share our love. That's not the reason. So I had to remain focused on not to be selling myself out to how many viewers I'm getting, or how many viewers other people are getting, because that's what my mother reminds me. She's reflecting that I may be more concerned than I'm realizing. Maybe it's subconscious, but she's reflecting that, and maybe she's not that, because she's like, no, don't say don't say what I tell you. She's very concerned with me sharing that with you guys, because she cares about how she comes off. And she's not like that. She said, I'm not that worried about you, I'm not that pushy about you, or I'm not that in your face about you, and I'm just sharing like what's at the time that comes up. And basically she isn't. She's just reflecting my own inner subconsciousness, in which I'm also looking to I'm looking to I guess to interact with people, or to feel the love from others, so it's wonderful. So I had a really amazing experience, and I love both of my friends so much. I love them so much, because I know that it's out of their love that they show me that truth, and all the things that I think about them, or judgments that I make, they all pertain to me. There's nothing that really pertains to other people. They really pertain to me, except that maybe the subcontext of it is different, but the overall, is it does pertain to me, absolutely. And but it's good to know, it's good to bring yourself back, to bring your center back, because they really help you see yourself, and to know the reason that we do the things we do is because we have to live our truth, and not to be sidetracked, because when it's sidetracked, you get off balance, and anything that's off balance becomes a detriment to the society, Like she being off balance, she's like Miss Demanding Diva ever, she's so creative, and she's so amazing, she's such an amazing person, but when all that amazing part of her is not being expressed, it becomes like the demanding bitch that she could be. She just totally out of whack, because she's not tapping into that. She's not letting it flow out of her into something beautiful, and that which society can enjoy. And all that trapped energy is becoming the diva that is not being expressed, and she's being that diva self at home with nothing to do, and that energy's boiling up inside of her. It's becoming like, becoming destructive. So That's all, babes. Bye.